You have choices when you fly. That's why the people at YOLO Airlines are surprised when you choose us. When the YOLO jets are flying, some days we're really trying. Sometimes it's almost like we care. A family trip, that special friend, an important customer. Whatever your reason to fly, you might get there safely on YOLO Airlines. Some pilots make it look so easy. Every YOLO flight is an adventure. Every in-flight meal, a trip to the laboratory. You'll be really glad to land. YOLO. We love to fly, but we don't know how. We don't try very hard, and it shows. You'll never be late because we never depart on time. So sit back, try to relax, and let YOLO pilots point out the sights.
Peter says port our anus, not the right way. Isn't that what he said? Port. What? Port. Can't even say it. That's what it sounds like, right? Port Aaron Sass. Aaron Sass. Or Uranus.
You only live once. That's the spirit of YOLO Airlines. So when you're ready to fly, there's one airline ready to serve you. Poorly. YOLO. We love to fly and we'll learn somehow. We don't know how to fly and it shows.
Holy crap! We're done. That didn't go well.
Hey, welcome everybody. Hopefully this test flight will be a lot better than the disaster that we had, Beach and I had on Sunday. Did some work, did some investigations. We think we've got it ironed out, and hopefully this flight will pan that all out. But we shall see. So we're going to go ahead and get our APU started here. We're already loaded into Reno. And we'll give this a show. So I need ATIS 35.8. Okay, we got a hotel. All right. Okay. We have information hotel. 7, good. That. Page. Oh. And that. Get our payload in. Payload. 0.6. Enter. Good. weight. Reserves are going to be 5. Cost index today is 12. Our flight plan, flight level is 340. Okay. And currently it's 31 degrees Celsius. In Avino. Where's that static coming from? See, LA Center's on, but unfortunately that's not in our area. So 122.8. So let's see here. Let's try. So it's about 87. Put 80. Oh. Dummy. Alright. Goes in the outside air temp. Alright. So we're set there. Takeoff page. Flap's going to be 5. What is our center of gravity? Our center of gravity for today's flight. Let's take a look. What does the old great Zibo say? Takeoff weight, center of gravity is 26.3. Right. Set trim 425. Set. These speeds are going to be 132, 135, and 140. Looking at our legs page. Good. So we're going to be arriving we are supposed to be arriving 28 left on the Timbers 2. So Timbers 2 arrival, and Gallo is going to be our transition. It says left, but I'm going to execute that. Let's check our legs page. Make sure we don't have any discontinuities. Okay, we're good. Oh, let's go on to CPU power. I do believe. Oh. We still need to plan our pushback. My most favoriteest thing to do. Ground services. Better pushback. Pre-plan. So I am just going to have us pushed. man, I wonder if that noise is bleed over from LAX, because I don't normally get that.
Ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like bleed over from LA. Okay. We have... Did we put in our departure? Oh, we did not. So let's look at that again. So really, we're just going 3-4 left, direct to... We don't have a SID, so we're just going to execute. Because really, go to our legs page. Yep. So we're going to go direct to bulk JK. There we go. We are set up for taxi. We're on 122.8. 3-4 left. So we're going to taxi from gate 19 via Juliet Bravo. No, sorry. It's going to be Alpha all the way down. Hey, you like them apples? Right. Reno traffic, Alaska 705, pushing back from gate stand 19. Right.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Oops, wrong one.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up. Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Look over the checklist real quick here while they're hooking up, make sure I haven't forgotten anything. Let's see, where's our lead speeds here? So we want 2 plus 15. So 56.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Okay. Clearance to start engines. Left pack, right pack. Off. Oh, disavowed player. Welcome, sir. How are you doing? You're about ready to see if this, if these fixes took hold or not. There's no guarantee of your safety here during this flight. I'm just saying. How you doing, Disavowed? Thank you so much for the resubscribe. Flap's gonna go 5. Got a good start on 2. Spinning 1. Ready to cut the old fuel in. So, I don't know if you're...
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Alright. Got a good start on 1. But I don't know if you heard me at the start there, Disavowed. We're going to take a test flight. We ended up totally uninstalling the flight model and reinstalling. It looks like we might have had some corrupt files. Okay, flaps are at 5, taxi lights on. Don't need any runway turn-off lights, really. Okay.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
Will do! Alright. APU off. And engine start switches to continuous. Alright, heading bug. Let's see here. Set that to the runway. 344. All right. Okay, lower ECAM is off. VNav, LNav on. No, it's not going to let me, so I'm not going to worry about it. I don't like turning it on until I'm above 400 feet anyway. Okay, I think we're ready for taxi. So we're going to want to turn to the left here. Reno traffic, Alaska 705, taxiing to runway 34 left via Alpha, crossing runway 7 at Alpha. Reno traffic. All right, here we go. I'm scared. This is the first time I've flown out of Reno. And at least, I mean, X-Plane 11. All right, auto brake RTO, engine set to continuous. Flaps 5. To make our takeoff checklist complete, all we'll need to do is set our auto throttle and turn on our landing lights. Let's monitor speed here, make sure you don't go above 25 for our ground speed here. Okay, the frame rates are so much better. Reno traffic, Alaska 705, crossing a runway 7 at Alpha. Reno traffic. A little bit nervous about this flight. I hope it goes well this time. I mean, I went up and flew some circles to see how she'd perform. She seemed to do okay. But I think what it all boiled down to is a corrupt file. And another nice thing is that while I'm flying VATSIM, I'm not having I'm not having tons of traffic or doing an event for this thing to screw up on me with. So in case I end up being a lawn dart, I don't have to ruin anybody's fun. Next weekend, I'm going to go down and we're going to fly Beach's 1900. He's done a whole bunch of more work to it. Going to be eager to see what she looks like. That's another aircraft is really fun to fly, is beach houses. All right. Looks like some people need to mow out here. Reno traffic, Alaska 705, taxiing into position, runway 34 left. Reno traffic. Yeah, overshot the turn just a little bit. I'll get used to it here. All right. All right, auto throttle on, landing lights on, flaps 5. Engines in continuous, auto brake RTO. Houston, go with throttle up.
Knots.
Reno traffic, Alaska 705, departing runway 34.
V1, rotate.
Left to the north.
Positive rate.
Gear coming up. Flaps going 2. Get some altitude underneath us before we turn.
400.
That's 1. going all the way up.
1,000.
Right. Interesting. Still, you know, it's interesting. It'll let me climbing out here. 15. Well, I'll just set it for 20. Since we're just uncontrolled out of here. Interesting. All right, going through 10,000 feet, landing lights off. Oh, wait, that's it. No. Okay, that's interesting. Now she just did fine without a flight plan being in. I could take, this would take total control. Well, ain't that something? You know, I don't have a single problem flying until I decide to do a full-fledged VATSIM flight. Ain't that the kniggles?
To go.
We're going to go ahead and continue on to 340. I just find this fascinating. I can't get the autopilot to work now. I really wish I knew why this was. I have everything aligned. It would have been better for me to take off. I wish I knew what I was doing wrong. It was just working. It was just working. I wish there was a Zibo expert in the house. Because this is the latest update. I've got the latest one in, and I cannot get... Whoa. What the heck? So, now what it'll take? I don't understand. That's bizarre. Why would she take now? Oh, you gotta love that we're getting ready to change scenery houses. So like on this side of us is the ortho that I've downloaded from the satellites. And then just on the other side, you can see the Orbix satellite imagery. Obviously taken at 2 different times of the year, but it's still pretty fascinating. Okay, so we don't need the airport charts anymore, so we can get rid of that one. And there we go. Alright, doing good, still climbing out. I need to really research as to why I cannot engage. It's so random when I can engage the autopilot. I'm gonna have to check into that and see what in the world is the major malfunction for that. Because it just seems to be totally random. Okay, well, we are on our way, finally. Oh, so I want to try this new look. Here, let's see how this looks. So this view out here. Oh, if anybody's, if you're there, disavowed. If not, I know you. Is that engine sound too loud? I'm hoping it's not. I tried to do a test sound with it earlier. So we got that view. I kind of like that one. I don't know if I need to zoom out more or not. Looking at it, I mean, I could probably zoom out a little bit more, get more of the scenery in it. So we got that view. Then we just got the other side. Boy, you can see the disparity of the satellite imagery. And we got that view there. That's kind of a cool view. Kind of like that. Be interesting to go back over the VOD and see how bad the sound is. Or good. I mean, there's always the potential that it's good, right? Frame rates are doing good. The only thing that I have really some concerns about is trying to get the autopilot dialed in. You know, flying without beach here is, it's a handful. And so any kind of the automation that I could get would be severely helpful. All right, well, I think we're up high enough. We'll go ahead and let everybody out and stretch your legs for the short little hop that this is. So, yeah, we're about 240 miles from top of descent. But once we level out here, I plan on taking out the V waist here. So it'll set us to target speed of 0.8 Mach. Here we go. Engine should kick back in. There we go. I'm going to push the inside of the envelope here on the speed. So, looking at the livery here, obviously I still got some more work to do, but it's still fun to fly. I need to get the winglets painted on this side of the view. Actually, what I want to do is make another livery too. I got some ideas for another livery. Okay, so we're going to be leaving the Oakland area of control. And then we'll be crossing over to Seattle. Oakland really, well, none of these control areas are very big just by the sheer number of flights. Seattle, though, it encompasses a huge area. Huge. So she's doing good so far there. And making our turn. Something on Discord. What's that? Oh. Yep, they just updated Zibo again. I wonder what it... Take a peek here. Maybe they fixed something. Oh. Okay, so he's... Yep, they've already come up with an update. Doesn't say what they've fixed on it, though. That's all right. Oh, Zibo updates. Let's see here. No, nothing that I thought it would be. Load and save flight, error 5, position in it, page cycle. And well, that's nothing that I'm experiencing. That's a big how do you do. Alright, frame rates continue to do good. Awesome. Although, I do want to get a better view of the scenery because that's why we're here. Now you got that view, but I like this view better. Or do I like this view better? Disavowed player, if you're still there, if you don't have me on mute, you can give me a shout out to how the engine sounds are. Hopefully they're just not blowing everybody's PCs out. All right, we're up to 0.8 Mach, 340. We have a little bit of crosswind. We don't have a headwind, so that's nice. We'll still make good time. Get ready to come up on Klamath Falls, VOR. Forgive me for going through all of these. I want to make sure that whenever I go back and review this, make sure everything was functioning on the stream like it was supposed to. But just got to make sure this is all good to go. So the sad thing about X-Plane 11 is the scenery, you know, and I'm hoping, as you can see the limitations right now in the stream, they blur out everything in the distance. And that's just not a very good look. So I'm hoping X-Plane 12, they come out with a lot better scenery. And I do hope they come out with a group that be able to, you know, fly on servers together, because quite frankly, that's what I miss most about flying in 2020. Be able to fly with everybody that I know. The only way I get to do that here is with VATSIM, and the only way that that happens is other people who like to fly VATSIM. Some of them don't. Some of them just don't want to take that extra leap into the realism aspect of it. You can't blame them. Got any, shouldn't have any kind of weather. Looks like we're clear for weather all the way in. Grumpy Pirate, we're coming into your city there. Let's look at our legs page here, make sure we're good. Now, the other aspect of this Zibo that I'm flying is it is supposed to fly herself all the way in. It'll be interesting to see if we can get her to do that. Still got some minor little tweaking to do. This is pretty interesting. I normally don't, well actually, yeah, I do normally stream, but here lately I haven't been streaming on weekdays. Just have usually too much going on, but I wanted to get this test flight in. So one thing I know I need to do already, don't need to land and have that figured out, is to figure out why I cannot have my autopilot system engage when I command it to. I know that there's stipulations on when it does and doesn't. Like some airlines don't allow you to do it below 10,000 feet. Some have it programmed in where you can't do it below 400 feet. All of that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I do not know. It's going to take a little bit of research. So I've got all sliders maxed out. And I'm still doing about 45 to 50 frames. And it's not, I don't have it in the view where it have nothing to render. I got it so I got still the nose kind of captured there in the front. So that's good. All right, 160 miles from top of descent. Ground speed of 474 knots. Airspeed of 465 though. Now, once we make this turn at Kalama, we get to, it's not much more. It's only 14 knots of wind, but we'll have a tailwind nonetheless. So I know everybody's at work, but for anybody who feels like jumping in and asking a question, probably now's the best time. We don't have VATSIM all manned up right now. I'm kind of cheating. I know they wouldn't. I knew they wouldn't be manned up right now. Everybody's working. But I thought this would be a good time for this. Okay, so we're about, according to our display here, we're 44 miles from Kalama. You gotta like Orbic scenery. does a good job. I wonder, based on that last online interview, the vlog, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, kind of wonder if Orbix is going to jump in with the X-Plane bandwagon or not. Kind of scratch my head and wonder about that. Rumor has it too that X-Plane 12 is supposed to be out sometime around, this is all rumor now, mind you, in September. Heck, they had the rumors were saying this the end of this July. I just don't see that happening. I don't know how, but I'm looking forward to it. I just hope I can plug this flight deck right into it. I was able to do that with Microsoft Flight Simulator for a little bit, but then they came out in Update 7. When they did Update 7, nothing worked ever again in there. Kind of really peeved me off. So basically, Microsoft pulled its FAA certificate for me to fly in their sim. So I scrambled, and my good friend Beach, he got me all loaded up with X-Plane and spent the next couple of months trying to get her transferred over. It went pretty quick, actually. Can't complain. But, and then I started flying the Zibo, and I'll tell you what, this Zibo is right on par with PMBG. I think it's, and I only say it's better than PMBG because with the Zibo, you can integrate this into your sim. And the PMBG, unless they're willing to share data files and everything, I can't use their aircraft for a flight model. Even as superior as it is, no can do. I got my LOD, it's maxed as far as it will go. All right, 120 miles from top of descent, screaming right along. So after we pass Klamath, next VOR, the next waypoint is going to be Moxie. Oh, I'm supposed to get vectorized. Yeah, that ain't going to happen. Get our radios programmed here. So 111.3. All right, radios are set left and right. 283 is going to be our runway course. Course is set, minus the heading. Oh, I think, do we have another VAT simmer, or is that X? No. He's probably way off, though. Looks like we got another airplane in the sky. Not picking him up, though, on my radar. No bueno. It could be just one of those rogue clouds out there, I guess. Okay, so we just passed Klamath Falls. If I figure out what's going on with my autopilot system, I think she's ready to go back to prime time again. It's amazing. I think it really came down to a corrupt file that was killing me. And I do run SSD drives, so they can be a pain in the tuchus. How we doing? So far, so good. And not complain. Well, like I said, I'm a broken record at it. The autopilot system. This giving me some conundrums here. The crazy thing is, just before this flight, I took her up for a, circle test, do some touch and goes. Not a problem. Worked like a champ. You know what? I think I've got a problem. Let me do something. Something's not, something sure seems fishy. I had to close down my chatbot because I think I'm getting a chatbot error here. Nothing is coming across on the chatbot. Okay, Taco Wolf. Okay, disavowed player. Yeah, okay, guys. For whatever reason, though, yeah, I'm still having problems with it, though. It's not coming into my main feed. So something's going on. Sorry about that, guys. Taco Wolf, thanks for joining there on the Discord. Holy smackies. How you doing? Oh, no shit, Sherlock. Is that for me there, disavowed player? Okay, so everything sounds good? All right, thanks. Holy smokies. I mean, I saw you come in, so I don't know why it quit working. I mean, I knew you were there, disavowed, and then it was like it just stopped working. Oh. Anyway, guys, sorry about that. Welcome back to the land of the living. No kidding. Sorry about that. I've had that chat. It's okay, so that's two things now I need to fix. One, to find out what's going on with this, and the other to find out why that happened. I touched, that's all it takes, right? Just touching a button. But the thing is that I have to look at the chatbot individually. It's not showing up in the Streamlabs desktop at all. So the only way I'm able to see what you guys are talking about is to have chatbot up separately. Oh, is that it, Taco Wolf? Okay, okay. See, I need people who are smarter than me. And that's a whole bunch of people, but to tell me what's going on. Pretty sure the autopilot fail is caused by the FMC not accepting the LNAV setting because it's a heading departure. Once he was on the course, it let him do the LNAV. Interesting. Okay. I like that. That's good. That's good to know. Night Nav Frame. Hey, everybody. Taco Wolf. Polar Penguins 50. Sorry about all of the... had no idea what was going on. I should have known. I should have known. Not seeing anything, it was wigging out on me. All right, so let's make sure. All right, so it does. Okay, thank you, Taco Wolf. I knew it had to have been operator error. I mean, it just... But I just didn't know. I didn't, you know, you just had no clue. And that's not unusual. The funny thing about building your own sim is you gotta be a jack of all trades and a master of none to build this and fly them. It's it can be quite frustrating at times. So I'm just going to go ahead and dial in an altitude here, 15,000. Oh, Boise Tower's on. Oh, we could have gone to Boise. Yeah, well, I hope you can build one too, because they're actually a lot of fun to build and a lot of frustration, but you won't be alone in company of that. This coming weekend, I'm going to go over to my good friend Beach's house, and we're going to fly his Beach 1900. That thing is a piece of artwork. Absolutely fascinating. So Taco Wolf, whenever that happens, like it's a runway departure, so if I just put in my runway heading and depart on the runway heading, I should be able to still at least command my vertical speed, you know, my climb rate and heading lock on the autopilot engage with auto throttle, right? I cannot believe my chat died on me too. If I click the heading select. Okay. I'm going to try that next time. That's probably why it worked for me last time. I had my heading on and I had heading select. Tell you what, one thing's for sure, I have never stopped learning about everything with the 737. That is for sure. So obviously, I don't need to worry about the Zibo. I just need to pull my head out of my tuchus and figure out why the chat quit. All right, just under 20 miles from top of descent. We're still all looking pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, I'll bet you I gotta renew a token too. That might be another reason why the chat bot did what they really need to come up with a method that before you even go live, it tells you if any of your tokens have expired. Because I'm not the type of guy that sits there and streams enough to think about tokens all the time. Oh, and so Taco Wolf, if you're still there, this is the reason why we have this along the side of the aircraft for our livery. Right there says it all. We don't know how to fly, and it shows. Oh. All right, coming up on Moxie. All right, top of descent. Let's see what she does. Go ahead and get everybody back in their seats. Go ahead and go engines continuous. I will forget. And she's throttling back. Good. Glad you enjoyed that, Taco Wolf. What I really want to do eventually is get up with VATSIM. Beach House and I have always referred to it as YOLO Airlines because we're a bunch of YOLO pilots. And that's how this all started. So I'd really like to get VATSIM to buy off and let me go, instead of buy Alaska 705, to go buy YOLO 705. Okay, so let's see how she does. Well, I got to get normally I'd be vectored in. We'll see how that happens. Really, Nightmare Frame? I thought you had to use all... I mean, I joined so many years ago, but I thought that you had to use only real-world aircraft names. I'll have to check into that, Nightmare. That, I like that. If that's true, I will do that. But that's not the rule? Oh, okay. Okay, well, that's why, I mean, even though I have the YOLO livery, I mean, I still go by Alaska 705. But I really want to go by YOLO 705. I mean, I try to fly serious, so it's not like I'm trying to, you know, be that guy who messes up VATSIM for everybody. But it's sometimes it just, everything just goes sideways. See, that's what I would like right there. Yep, YOLO 705. I think next time we I get beach over and we fly, or maybe heck, if I remember to set my autopilot up right, maybe I'll try to do a YOLO 705. Yeah, wouldn't it be like YOL, Y-O-L 705 or Y-O-O? Y-O-O 705? Yeah, it probably should be like Y-O-L and then 705. It would have been really helpful on that one flight where I think there was like 3 other Alaskan aircraft in VATSIM, and one of them was just like 2 numbers off from mine. And man, oh lordy, I kept on having it. Was that for me? Was that for me? Was that for me? Okay, wait a minute. Your card would be written. Yeah, 3 letters and numbers. Yeah, okay. So you could do YLO. Okay, that'd probably be more, right? YLO. That would probably be more in line. So, but okay, like Alaska's ASA, right? So I always submit as ASA 705. So I thought it would had to been the 3 letters as well. Oh, really? VATSIM allows for military call signs. I'd probably just stick to the normal naming conventions for the civilian side. I kind of like the idea of the YLO though. And then just tell them, you know, well, anybody who's had me in their sector knows what a dumpster fire of flights I can end up having sometimes. All right. Getting ready to cross Portland here. And we're getting ready to cross Timbers. Well, actually, I mean, when I file with VATSIM, I do file ASA, or yeah, Alaska, and then the 705. And I've always answered and up to 705 and really okay, Taco. Okay, So Taco Wolf, I gotta ask, do you do controlling or do you just do a lot of VATSIM flying? Jump back into the... Ooh. There's nobody for me to get a METAR for... So you are a control... Okay. I was wondering the way you were able... You and Nightmare were talking back and forth. I was like, I wonder if they're VATSIM controllers. Alright, I need to find out. So Disavowed, I just, you know, on your... Do I need to... Is the stream chat okay? Do I need to still refresh it? Because actually, you're the... Alright. Oh, really? That's fascinating. You get a Sierra Kilo Whiskey 123 Papa. Huh. And your real what's your work aircraft? All right, I need to get a METAR for Portland here. Oh, thank you, Disavowed. Thank you. All right. 290 at 9. 293. All right, there we go. Monitor down to 7,000. Frame rates are still holding okay. I figured this would be great punishment for my flight sim here. Put her through the paces. In the citations, oh, I bet you that's a fun plane to fly in real life. Call up my Timbers 2 arrival here. So at Timbers 270 at 11,000. Advance cross at 250 between 15 and 11. Nightmare. The newer avionic ones, I bet. So Nightmare Frame, I take that's for Taco Wolf. So let's cross Vance, Flower down to 7. Monitor us down to 5,000. All right, it's gonna get really busy for me, guys, so I don't mean to be rude, but I really don't want to have a messed up approach like we did last stream when nothing worked. In fact, the whole sim locked up. It was pretty upsetting. I was not a happy camper last stream. Not a happy camper. All right, so we're crossing 10,000. Not yet. Here soon, yeah. So I'm gonna bring on my landing lights. Engines are to continuous. We're gonna go auto brake 2. And we should be starting our decel here. And a little bit of a weather change there. All right, decel's happening, good. All right, so if we below 9,000 but above 7,000, we're gonna easily make that. So then Windermere, then we're gonna go Rogue. After Rogue is Ice Max. Let's take a look at the charts here. Hipster. Omzi. Oh, I know why. Dummy. There's Omzi right there, so we'll go PC-24. That one I'm not too familiar with. Road. Still don't. So you don't have mass. I got Omzi. Let me see. So Windermere, Omzi. So right above Omzi. Put in. Let's see.
Thousand to go.
All right, still looking good. Need a decel though. The Rogue, we're supposed to be at 5,000. Ice Axe, 4,400.
Thousand to go.
Go ahead. Bring in a little flappage. Okay, this is where it gets sweaty palm time. Getting our decel. Okay. Coming around, cross ice axe, and then I will go heading select for heading. Got the mountain in the view. That's awesome.
Thousand to go.
All right, I'm gonna go to the landing view here. Whoop. Landing view, I'm sorry. There we go. All right, so we need to cross. Need to get crossing, see, at 3,700.
1,000 to go. Thousand to go.
Let's go ahead. Flaps 5. Portland traffic, Alaska 705, turning base for runway 28 right. Portland traffic. All right. We should cross Nacy at 3,200, but I don't see her. There we go.
1,000 to go.
Had to hit the altitude intervention button here. Let's see how she does. Go flaps 10. Okay, we're looking good so far. She's doing good. Get to page. So 140 is my cross the fence speed. 283 is set. Radios 1113. Reset both left and right for 28 right. All right, 10 miles out. Got the airport in sight. All right, see how she does. More like, did I do it right? Did I set it all up right is the other question. Portland traffic, Alaska 705. Establish ILS 28 right. Portland traffic. All right, we're going to go ahead and go flaps 30. Go gear down. 9 plus 5, so it's 144. Yeah, well, I need lots of space to get configured in time. Oh, nope, that was the wife. All right, she's looking good. She is looking good. All right, should I do the wing view, guys, or leave it out the nose view? Which one do you guys want? Wing view, nose view. Wing view, nose view. Portland traffic, Alaska 705, a 5-mile final, runway 28 right, Portland traffic. All right, here we go. So let it be written, so let it be done. All right, I want to try to do this as totally hands-off as possible. We got to make sure that normally I fly it in once I'm configured. All right, we got our land 3. All right.
Thousand feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
Gotta turn that off. What is missed approach? 20. There you go. Set it for rollout. Charts here.
500.
But you just got a drink. I'm sorry, disavowed. Of course.
400. 300.
All right, feet up.
200.
Come on, girl.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
All right, she's retarding. Oh, wow. Holy smokies. All right, reverse thrust. Look at that. She did really nice. Did really good. All right. Manual braking. Cleaning up. Holy smokies, she did awesome. Well, my charge just died on me. Portland traffic, Alaska 705, clear runway 28 right. Portland traffic. See if I can get these back up. Interesting. Right. So we're on Tango. We'll just take Tango Kilo to the ramp. Portland traffic, Alaska 705, taxiing to the ramp via Tango Kilo. Portland traffic. All right, pick a gate, any gate. This one looks pretty good. D5. D5 has been chosen. Oh, I swung too wide. Oh, man. All right, let's see if we get this guy to get lined up right. All right. All right. Parking brakes. Parking brake set. Oh, I forgot to turn off my landing lights. All right. Get the APU started. All right, I was just so enamored with how she did landing that I forgot to do everything I was supposed to do. All right. Well, besides obviously my not paying attention to the chat crashing on me, I think this flight went pretty darn good. With that, guys, I'm going to jump out and I'm going to start figuring out what's going on with the chat bot and everything. See if I can get that all fixed up. And there's a possibility if I can get my chores done and all my business stuff done needed, I might stream again later this week. It'll be nice whenever I can get back onto a regular schedule of when I can and can't stream. But it is what it is. Life is kind of busy at the moment. Nightmare Frame, Taco Wolf, Disavowed Player, as always, sir. You are always so appreciated in the stream and all the stuff that you do behind the scenes. Guys, if you guys don't know, Disavowed Player is a huge help to this YOLO pilot, who always seems to be rattled at trying to keep this thing in the air. So yeah, almost smooth sailing, almost. We're gonna get it there. Alrighty, guys, you guys all take care, and I hope to see you guys again in the next few days. Till then, guys.
You have choices when you fly. That's why the people at YOLO Airlines are surprised when you choose us. When the YOLO jets are flying, some days we're really trying. Sometimes it's almost like we care. A family trip, that special friend, an important customer. Whatever your reason to fly, you might get there safely on YOLO Airlines.
Some pilots make it look so easy.
Every YOLO flight is an adventure. Every in-flight meal, a trip to the lavatory.
You'll be really glad to land. We love to fly, but we don't know how. We don't try very hard, and it shows.
You'll never be late because we never depart on time. So sit back, try to relax, and let YOLO pilots point out the sights.
Peter says port
our anus, not the right wing. Isn't that what he said?
Port.
What?
Port. Can't even say it.
That's what it sounds like, right?
Port Aaron Sass. Aaron Sass. Or Uranus.
You only live once. That's the spirit of YOLO Airlines. So when you're ready to fly, there's one airline ready to serve you. Poorly.
YOLO. We love to fly and we'll learn somehow. We don't know how to fly and it shows.
Holy crap! We're done.
That didn't go well.